Welcome your faces. This video was taken specifically from a live stream, and I would personally brand it myself as my toughest attempted repair yet. Enjoy it and let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts are. So this one says shuts off, but look at the condition of this. It's still got this sticker. What? This is super clean, by the way. Like, not a single mark. The only mark that it's got on it is where the sticker residue was, and I can clean that up. But this is absolutely... I've never seen an Xbox One S in this condition. It's got all the rubber feet. This is mint. This is a mint. I would consider this a out of the box. Like, that is absolutely fantastic. That I'll be able to get, I think, a good wedge for, to be honest with you. I wouldn't let it go for anything cheaper. But it shuts off, so it doesn't actually work. Right, let's test it, shall we? Okay, right, it's beep on, beep off. Cool. That's good. I'm just going to show you guys what's happened. So can you hear the beeps? But nothing. There was a white light. There we go. So there's the white light and just turns off, okay? So it's a beep on, beep off issue. I don't think that's a hard drive. Place your bets. What do you think it is? Nonetheless, as well, if I can't get this working because it's a beep on, beep off, then I'll be using the shell and the parts 100%. And if I get like a board that is quite an easy fix and that is in good condition, this is where I'll be putting it. This is so clean. I'm really worried as to why it's not working. I've never seen a hard drive glisten. I love that blue tack idea with the screws. Yeah, it's handy. I don't know why I've put them like this. I don't know why I've done that, because I don't need to, because I obviously know where they will go, but it's very therapeutic. This is a 500 gig drive. I'm going to test the cable first, I think, with Mr. Bridges' cable tester. Xbox X and One S. That's all good. That seems to be fine. No problems at all with the cable. Do we have any issues with the APU? It's going to be the first place I check. Second place is going to be like the NCP power management IC, and then third place is most probably going to be the RAM IC or potentially any other bits of RAM. We could do a voltage injection to see if anything gets hot on this console. I'm going to give it a quick look with my naked eye to see if there's any big holes or anything along those lines, but I've got to be honest with you, it's gorgeous. This is the RAM IC, which is usually, in most cases, responsible for issues. I'm going to turn my multimeter on. You know what it could be? It could be, and this is going to sound pretty weird. You'd be like, what? It could be a bad power supply. Maybe I should have tried that before. Let's eliminate the PSU, and we've got nothing else plugged in right now, so it could be maybe something causing the issue. Plug that in. Do we get any other behavior with another power supply? Let's see. I can also test for voltages here. I did get a spin, a fan spin. Interesting. Oh, it's always spinning. Oh, what's happened to my camera? Okay. Let's beep on, beep off still. U9 F1. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll just take some measurements real quick. Red probe on ground. And let's probe. That's very low, but I am aware that a lot of these are meant to be low ohms. Because the RAM operates at what? Is the RAM 1.8? 0.5 there. It's even less than that. Is that ground? I don't know if that's meant to be ground or not. That's low. Again, meant to be, I'm pretty sure. 0.5. Is that ground as well? Chances that and that are ground. This one. 0.5. Let me get donor. Right, on this donor, I'm going to check the same paths, okay? Which one is it? So I can compare against this one. So I'm going to go with this one, which is the first one. And then after that, I'm going to switch to the third one down, okay? So just bear that in mind. These are both shown as ground here. Ground. And third one, ground. Okay, fair enough. What's that open line, is it? Is it meant to be open line? No, there we go, 0.45. What do we get here? Ground. Ground 0.2. Ground 0.27. What was it on this one? 0.27. Okay, sweet. All right, well, at least we know that's good. What do we get on this resistor? 0.02. What do we get on the resistor on this one? 0.016. Well, not massively out of scope, but not the same. And we got this one here. Yeah, that's fine. This one. 0.34. 0.6. How about this one? 0.45. I mean, the readings that I seem to be getting from that are pretty much okay. Voltage rails, yeah, that's what I'm going to do now. Check the old voltage rails. I'm going to go ahead and assume it's okay. I reckon this has got all the voltage rails that it needs. 5 volts. Ooh! Oh, I'm not actually on ground. That was funny. Right, 5 volts. We have 5 Vs. 3.3. 3.3. 1.8. 1.1. The only other thing that I need to check is the voltage to the south bridge. Very possible that that's gone bad on this board, considering it's out of factory. 1.1 and 1.8. So 1.1. Okay, that goes to 1.1, 1.8. And that goes to 1.8. Okay, so we get 1.1 and 1.8 to the south bridge. Interesting. What do we get to the RAM? To be fair, this is CPU core. 0.7. So that was looking like it was going up, hey? And what about the RAM, sorry? 1.4 to RAM. And 12 Vs is obviously here, yeah? Yeah, 12 Vs is there. I'm going to say NCP or RAM IC. Let's turn the air down. About 40%. Coming with our flux. Board's still hot. This would be really cool if it fixes it. Where's that come from? That's solder mask. Should be good. No, it's not cracked. It was a hair. The worrying thing for me there was I thought I picked up a board that I'd just done a trace repair on. I was like, what? I'm looking for it to stay on for longer than 3 seconds. Ready? 3, 2, 1. It doesn't work. We'll check thermals. Let me take this out. We're going to plug it in and see what thermals are looking like. Well, the RAM doesn't even look like it's powering on at all. I can see the 12 volt and obviously the APU is getting warm, which is nice. And the South Bridge is getting warm, which is, again, also nice. The RAM's not lighting up at all. I feel like it's definitely something on that rail. I'm actually going to leave that in because we're going to check some voltages, aren't we? It's 57 ohms. 57 ohms. So the RAM isn't actually shorted. Again, 12 Vs. Could it be South Bridge? It could be South Bridge. It could be South Bridge, of course, yeah. Okay, yeah, so where it says E, so this is meant to be... I think we checked this already, right? So 1.1 volt. Power on. 1.1 volt. I'm pretty happy with that. I'll write off the 1.8 as well whilst I'm here. 1.8. I'm pretty sure I did this last stream. Yeah, 1.8 comes through as well. So I think I can skip all of that, to be honest. What's 6? Replace U5D2. So 6 is this little one here. 1.8. Yeah, that's fine. 5 and 4. So 4 is meant to be 3.3 here. 3.3. 5 is going to be just here. And I'm meant to get 3.3, which I do. I get 3.3. So I get 0.7 volts. 0.7. Wait there. Where's number 8? Where's number 8? 8's up there. So 8 is... Which one is that? It is this cap though, I think. Yeah, it is. So what I'm meant to get here. I think I'm meant to get 0.7 here. I mean, that seems a little bit skew-whiff. Hey, look. Okay, so now it's 0. Let's try again. 0.7. That's what it's meant to be. Number 9 is meant to be 1.5. So check Q9F1, Q9F2. Replace U9F1. U9F1 is number 10, which they put here. So on this coil here, I'm meant to get 1.5. Which I do get 1.5. And I'm meant to get 5 volts on... Which I do. So I've got all of those. I've got all of those. So I've got power stage 8 is all good. We can confirm. I've got power stage A. That's fine. And then Crafty's come in with the power stage B and power stage C. So we're going to check that as well. That's power stage B. And then we've got power stage C. So we'll just check all of this. So 3.3. We're going to check number 1, which is... Oh, I do get 3. I get 3.3 there. And then number 2. Where's number 2, which is meant to be... Also 3.3. Where's that on the board? These are like the tiniest little... It's there. So power on. Yeah, 3.3. And then number 3 is meant to be 0.95, which is down here. So nearly a volt. Yeah, it is 0.95. And number 4 is meant to be here. Which is 1.05. Yeah, 1 volt. And then number 5 is the one that is above... this one here, and this is meant to be 5 volts, and I get 5 volts. So we get we get B as well, power stage B. So now we're just looking at power stage C, which is the last of the 3. So I get all of those voltages, by the way. So we've got number 1, which is here. Is that a diode? Yeah, it's on that side of the diode. So what do we have here? I'm looking for 3.3 volts here, which I get. Number 2, I'm looking at getting here, which is meant to be 0.8. I get 0.8. On number 3, I'm meant to get 1 volt. So let's get 1 volt down here. I get 1 volt. Number 4, I'm meant to get 1 volt, which is up here. I get 1 volt. Number 5, I'm meant to get 5 volts. 5 volts. And then I'm meant to get 1.8 volts on number 6. Let's try here then. So this is meant to be 1.8. Ooh, U6E1, right? Yeah, on the first one there. Ooh, so what I'm meant to get? I'm meant to get 1.8 here. So it's failing at the last stage. I'm not getting 1.8 there. All right, it's the U4E1 pads. Yeah, that's what I thought. Let me go over to the scope and just confirm this is the right place. So Roy, have you got that picture up as well, right? This might be the only voltage rail that I'm not getting. The only one. Let me just confirm that that is definitely the right place. I think that's the right place, chat. You can see where I've got the mark on it as well. So I think here. Roy, are we confirming this is definitely the right place? Yeah, okay. And then if we hit power in 3, 2, 1. Nothing. So I'm not getting a 1.8 there, but I am getting 1.8 on the actual test pad, which is here, and that's in standby. So for whatever reason, I'm not getting a 1.8 here, which is, I'm meant to actually get 1.8, which is this pad. Where does that pad go? Oh, does that go Southbridge? Let me see if I can make sense of where that via is. It could be this one. It could be this one. Again, trying to get a continuous path on this is going to be a nightmare, purely because of the fact it's on separate sides of the boards and they're so small. It could be that one. It could be this one. It could be that one. Let's just say, for example's sake, it's this one. Where does that lead to the back to? Where's that? CPU. Look, if I flip there, so this exact place here. Right, here. If I flip it over, it's here. It's right here. Is that 1.8? I need to ask Beanies, to be honest. So that 1.8 that we're testing, which again is this pad right here. I'm wondering then if that is APU, that 1.8 volt. Just tagged him on Discord. Yeah, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to message him, right? Oh, here we go. SOC power OK C6 is generated by the Southbridge when all power rails are up. Check resistor R5T29 on the back. I've not had this issue before. If R5T29 is 0 ohm, replace the Southbridge. Oh no. Okay. And that's not going to happen, chat, because I can't replace Southbridges. I don't have a BGA rework machine, and that chip is absolutely massive. Look at it. It's huge. I can't replace this. I've tried before and it's just walked the board. Third one down. Yeah, I think it's this one. 0 ohm? Yeah, 0 ohm. So it sounds like we got a dead Southbridge. Man, okay. And I can't replace that. I can't replace the dead Southbridge. Now part of me is like, I wish I had a BGA machine, but I don't. You can do that with hot air, Joey. Yeah, but I also don't have a stencil. I don't have a stencil for Southbridges. And Southbridges aren't these ones for the Xbox One S. I've never changed one. They're not paired to the board. What do we do with this? Because I've got a real nice case now. Hand reball. You guys want me to try and hand reball a Southbridge? I've like I said, I've tried to do it before and I've completely wrecked the board. You guys don't want to see me do that, do you? Of course we do. Spanner, look what you've done. I know what you're doing, Spanner. All right, fine. I'm going to heat from underneath. Where's my Hako? Because that is just going to have to balance here. It'll take a lot of heat. Oh my gosh. 460 degrees Celsius airflow speed. 100%. I don't think it's going to work from the bottom, unfortunately. Pog! Let's go, Big B. Amazing. Just what I needed. Is that falling over? That's exactly what the doctor ordered. Need heat, need heat, need heat, need heat, need heat. How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? Now what I am going to do is just, there's a couple little balls. I don't know if you can see. You might not be able to see them on stream. There's a couple of little solder bits that we have. Only a few, just to go over. There's 2 in the middle, and there's 2, I think, like top left. 2 bottom left, 1 on the left. So I see a few still. So I'm just going to add some flux and go over those. Just make sure. See if I can see them on here. I have to look up at the scope. Never have I had to do that. Looking pretty puckered, as they say. I'm actually very surprised at how clean that pool was. And I think it was luck. If that's what it was, I'm all for it. That's the APU, by the way. But look, that's where the south bridge should be. Just there. And that isn't even slightly, like, warped. And again, if we just look at the actual solder on here, do we think that's okay? I think that's good, right? It's a nice clean pool. No rip pads, nothing. Now I've got to do the same. Just got to do it again. And then re-ball. This one appears to be a little bit more stubborn. Unless I probably gave it more... I probably gave it more heat last time. It's moving, it's moving, it's moving. It's about to. There it goes. Is that missing a pad? No. And now, so now we've added leaded to the situation. Now I've got to work out what board is the the right one, because I do not want to end up putting the south bridge back on the incorrect board after reballing it. We're going to get some flux, put it across the board like that, and we're not going to put too much, right? So now I'm just going to spread it out, and we want to make sure the whole chip is covered, but not too much flux. So scrape away what we don't need. Right, so Bridger said 0.55. I think I've got 0.5, I've got 0.6. It's 0.6. Oh, you could use 0.5. Oh, okay, fine, cool, thank you. Right, now what I also need to do is I've got those tweezers there. I need to get my thin tweezers. I just need to make sure that these are clean, because these are my balling tweezers. Let's go 0.6. I'm just going to put 1 or 2 on, just to make sure. Yeah, they look very 0.6ish, don't they? Every single little ball accounted for. And now I need to find... There it is. In the name of this not actually working, I'm not really going to care too much, I'm honest with you, because I've really enjoyed just that little bit of reballing and getting the practice in. You know, we always say that, you know, getting the practice in is always good. So thank you to anyone who's just even hung around at this point, because we're now going to try and put this on. Here's the IC, just in case people want to double check, question the work, etc. All balls seem to be absolutely fine. Right, and then we get a little bit of flux chat, and we're going to put a tiny smidge on like that. No more, no less. I'm just going to spread that around and make sure that that flux is nice and evenly distributed. What I'm actually going to do here, keep the same temps and stuff. So I'm going to go 460. This is leaded now as well, so it should heat up a lot quicker, and we'll go 99%. I'm actually going to heat this up a little bit first. Hopefully make our job a little bit easier. I need to make sure I get this in the right position. Which shouldn't actually be too hard because we have the... that's it, I think. That is literally it. Okay, cool. Wish me luck. Let's do this. 460 degrees Celsius, airflow speed 80%. Coming from top now. And first of all, I actually just want to make sure that we get a good stick to the board. Has anyone seen it nudge yet? Has anybody seen it move? Okay, I think that's going to be okay. I'm going to try and move it, okay? Try and give it a little poke. See if it's stuck to the board. It is. Now we come in with flux and we go for the reflow. Here we go. Quite a bit of flux is going to be needed here. Here comes the bubbling. That's moving to me. That's moving to me. Call it there. There we go. That was bouncing for me. Success. Successful reflow in my opinion. Let the ball cool down a bit. Naturally. I think that's pretty successful. Very, very. Look at the flux. You can see how liquidy the flux is still. See that? This ball's going to be really hot. Now I do need to put a drop of IPA to see if it's cool. A little bit of bubbling, but that's fine. You can drown it in IPA and flush it. I think we're going to have 50% believers, 50% not, which is absolutely fine. I'm going to be pessimistic here, and I'm going to say I don't think it's going to work. This will be a nice little fix. Oh yeah, I think that's decent. I think we're good. All right. Also, if the fan spins now, I might have given it away. If that spins again, I don't think it's fixed. Okay. All right. Okay. Wait. Oh, that might be me blowing. 3, 2, 1. Yes, come on! Fan spin! Let's go! Come on! Turn it off! Actually, I've got thermal paste. Let's have a look. Image? Jubbly! Oh. Can we just round of applause in the chat to Spanner? We wouldn't have had that content. So a big thank you to Spanner. I appreciate you. Listen as well, can I just say a big shout out to Craft Beanie. Without Craft Beanie, I wouldn't have been able to decipher that was a South Bridge. So again, this isn't just me. Let's just acknowledge that for a sec, okay? This isn't just me doing the stuff. There is essentially a huge machine that goes into the back end of this, and it is you guys. Without you guys, I'd be useless. The amount that I've learned, the amount of knowledge that I've gained has come from you. So thank you. I really appreciate it. So yeah, Crafty Meanie, thank you so much. And Spanner as well. And Roy. And, you know, everybody in the Discord. Because Mr. Bridger as well, you know, helping me out with the balls. Thank you, community. I appreciate you. Let's go.